Right, should be back here. Right, YouTube should be back online. I have no idea what they're doing. This must be very boring watching Instagram, I'm really sorry. But you can all still join in. So what can we summarise the 3 colour theories we went out through on Friday? Only needs to be brief, but it's just giving everyone, so anyone who's just joined us new, an idea of what we went through on Friday, so they can keep up, and then what we're going to see next. Welcome back, folks, on YouTube. I think we've got you. Go on, Instagram. Let's do it. Need some answers here. Where's the enthusiasm gone? Is everyone still asleep? Am I going to have to summarise them myself? Is no one listening? There we go, that's better. Yes, so Harry's nailed 2 of them there for us. So primary colours are blue, red and yellow. Complementary colours are the furthest from each other on the colour wheel, so they're opposites. And finally, can somebody tell us about analogous? Sorry, Sally and George, I have no idea what's going on with YouTube. We are back on there now, and they haven't kicked us yet. So George, everyone else seems to be faltering with analogous colours. I think you know what they are, so tell us. Oh, somebody's got in there before you, but we'll give you a chance now I've asked you. Hi, Dom. Well, if I'm going to get some enthusiasm, I'm going to tell a little bit of a story. Just see if I can wake you all up for a minute before we move on, and while we're waiting to make sure things are all working. So obviously I had loads of clients over the last 11 years come in. So through them, there's some funny stories. Some horrific stories too, but some funny stories. So this one happened, what do you reckon, Jen? Probably 8 years ago, because you were there at the other studio with me. And we had 2 spaniels coming into the studio. They were both farm dogs, and really, really lovely dogs, but both a little bit nervous. I think probably not used to coming out in the car. And yeah, they were a little bit scared, but they were quite good in reception when I was talking to them. And obviously, coming in from a farm, they had that farm smell, which I think you all know. It smells like something from the back of a cow. It's just that familiar smell that kind of comes with anything on a farm like that. And they're both a little bit muddy, so they're making a little bit of a mess in reception. One of them was particularly muddy, so I took them down to the studio. In the old studio, there was a long corridor that led down to the studio. And this poor dog was flicking this mud all the way up the walls. It was coming kind of metre high on the walls, so it's quite a lot of mud flicking up the walls. It was obviously just had that slightly nervous tail wag, just flicking it side to side. It was never quite reaching high enough to get our faces, but it was still getting us and the walls and everything. And Jen was there at the time, so I said, "Oh, do you mind just mopping up that mud for me?" Got in the studio, started talking to them, started kind of making a start with the shoot. This mud just kept flicking around, but you kind of got used to it and just got over it. But obviously the smell was still quite strong. And after a while, I started to realise that this mud surely has got to run out at some point. He can't have that much mud on his tail. But it just kept happening. It just kept coming and it just kept flicking around. And the studio was completely covered in it. And there was little patches of it all over the white floor. So this mud wasn't mud. It was being created somehow. So I'll leave that to your imagination. But put it this way. When I left the room and went back in, that nose blind was a good thing in that room. That was horrible. And I spent more time with a mop in my hand than I did a camera for that. People were lovely and very apologetic, but that was a fun experience. So is everybody awake now? Has that woken everyone up? Everyone listening?
Yeah.
Enjoying mildly inappropriate stories? Has George got it right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so analogous colours, I think Deb got it right as well, is similar colours put together. So it's colours that are similar on the colour wheel, so within that little quarter of a colour wheel, whichever quarter that is, and matching up a little bit. Yep, it's getting heavy. Thank you. Wonderful, right then. So hopefully everything works now. I have put together, thank you everybody so much for everything you contributed. I think we had over 40 images in the end. So we've got loads and loads of different images to look through. So we couldn't go through them all one by one. So what we've done is we've done a video so you can all look and see what everybody did and categorise them together, and then we've picked a favourite from each one, which is going to go through to the final of being Photography Club champion. So let's hope this works and we don't get kicked from everything now, and let's hope Instagram can see this screen okay. Should be alright if we do this. Are we ready? Oh no, that's not it. And I think YouTube is just catching up. Has everyone seen their pictures? Some really amazing stuff there. And just as a general, I didn't want to go through every single one and kind of pick out feedback. I think what we generally found was the ones that worked best was the ones that kind of used the rule as kind of the whole picture. So when you had, for instance, primary colours, but you had some other ones scattered in there, it didn't work quite as well. So it worked better if it had just those 3 colours. So you're going to see that exactly what we mean by having a look at our 3 favourites then next. So first one was primary colours, which is this one from Emma. I just loved, firstly, the composition of it is absolutely perfect. Just love the way the kind of blue is taking up more of the screen. It's really, really great. But then you've got the very simple, just a little stripe of yellow, and then the rest is blue and red. It just looks absolutely amazing. It just absolutely does exactly what we asked about, so exactly what we were talking about. So somebody's definitely listened, which I love. So well done, Emma. That one's going through to our champion round. So we'll do that at the end, whenever the end of this is. That'll go in, and we'll compare them all at the end and pick an overall winner. What does everyone else think? Does everyone agree with me on that picture? Yeah, George, you did really well. You had so many in there. Really impressed. You were very close to a couple of those. We particularly liked your analogous giraffe. But I think if we just got the giraffe in the shot, that would have been absolutely perfect, and you'd have definitely been in with a chance there of stealing analogous. Yeah, no, I definitely agree, Harry. This one's very, very cool, and it just does exactly what we asked for. Right then. Next, we have complementary colour. So that purpley, bluey, kind of violetty colour with the orangey, yellow, gold kind of colour. So you can see on the colour wheel exactly how this is working on the complementary colour. So well done, Pippa. That one's perfect. So this is one that came in later on. Ralph, really? There are microphones, you can't do them. That's horrible.
You little trumpet.
Somebody asked for more of Ralph, they just got way more of him.
Oh, he's so stinky.
Yeah, glad everyone agrees with me on that one. Well done, Pippa. I know you're probably child wrangling, but still listening. So yeah, no, we love that. That's absolutely beautiful. And finally, we have analogous colour. So well done, Harry. Now I'm guessing this really helps if you've already got a green wall, because that just works perfectly. But again, it's the use of, it's all green, but it's all different greens. So you've even got kind of limey yellows in here. You've got a brighter, more vibrant green, and through to the kind of the British racing green in the car. So it's a really nice mix of all those different colours. What does everyone think? Do we agree with those 3? We're quite happy for people to keep sending them in. You know, we can still add extras for that champion round. If we think any really deserve it, I'm sure we'll add them in. But does anyone have any questions about colours before we move on? You know, obviously want to make sure you can keep improving, keep getting better. And we definitely saw improvement from the start to the ones later on. So everybody's learning, which is amazing. Everyone is very quiet this morning. I feel like we should have done some kind of, what's the word, icebreaker or something like that, where you all have to name your childhood pet and then everybody holds hands. Has everyone done meetings like that? Apologies if we did miss any. I thought we got them all.
Did anyone send any to the group?
There was a few. We might have missed them. Come on, guys, any questions before we move on to what we're going to be doing next week? Has everybody understood colours? Is there anything we've missed out? Group hug. You're welcome to do a group hug.
There's no photos in the group for this class.
All right.
So they're down, I think.
No, they weren't.
They're not for this. So yeah, we're good. Pretty sure.
Okay, right. So, oh, did we have any questions? Just can you pop back to YouTube for me, Jen?
I think we're all good on here.
Yeah, everybody's happy with that. Wonderful. So, going to move on to what we're going to be doing on Friday. I'm going to set you a little bit of a task between now and then, so something you can keep working on and hopefully get some inspiration, so you don't come into Friday completely unprepared as you did last week. That's not your fault, that's mine. So next week we're going to be working on creating shape. Now, this isn't just shapes that could be in pictures. This is about creating a shape in a picture. Okay. So, before Friday, I want everybody to pick 3 pictures off the internet. So not your own pictures, this is other people's pictures. Quite happy for you to go through our website if you want to, or our Instagram, and pick out pictures, or if you want to do it on Pinterest or Google Images. But we want to see where you are creating shape within an image using the subject. So a good example would be a ball. A picture of a ball would be a circle, but that wouldn't be creating shape, that would be found shape. That'd be shape that's already in the image. So you want to create it with the subject. So this one's a really good example that you're creating a really nice triangle through the image, just here. Okay, and we've got one more example here. This is one I took many years ago at a power plant. So again, this is creating lots and lots of different shapes, because while it is a circle, but it's creating it with 2 separate semicircles to create a circle. And obviously you've got your semicircles, we've got triangles in here, and we've got kind of nice rectangles as well. So a great example, but it's just all about that creating shape using other things. So if you could pick out 3 images online that show that. So it could be any shapes. You'll find triangles are the most common and the most easy to find. You'll see loads and loads of triangles in images all the time. But it doesn't have to be triangles. You could be circles, rectangles, diamonds. You could do a spiral, is still shape, a semicircle. But yeah, to not something that's already got a shape. So a person's face would already be creating an oval or a circle. But you could then have 2 people's faces creating a triangle or something like that. So find lots of examples, post them, either email them to us like you have been doing, share them on Instagram, tag us, or if you want to post them on the Facebook groups. I don't know if everyone's on that already, but if you go on Rolf and Co Photography on Facebook, or if you search the Photography Club on Facebook, it's on both of those, so you'll be able to find it. Please join up. We're trying to accept everyone as they come in, and we can have a look at what everyone's doing, and we can create a bit of a discussion around it as well, hopefully. And obviously keep other images coming in with the colours. We loved seeing them. We'd love to see a few more. And what we'll try and do is find lots and lots of examples and go into a little bit more depth on different shapes you can create on Friday to give you some ideas. Right, anyone got any questions? Best way to share them with us. So either email, Facebook stories, or the Facebook group will be the easiest ways to share them with us. We'll do our best that any we get sent, we'll try and collate for you anyway and get them up. So the next episode is going to be Friday, 11 AM. If you could share it as much as possible. So like I said last week, the more different people we get on there, the more interaction we get, the less quiet periods we get, and the more amazing photos we get. So I think everybody's going to get more from it if more people are watching.
How do they find the group we have on Facebook?
So to find the group, if you just type in The Photography Club on Facebook, just on the search bar, it should come up. I have also shared a link to it on our Facebook page, which is Rolf and Co Photography. Yes, Dom, Google Images is fine. I love sitting on Pinterest. If you want to create a Pinterest board, you can invite, again, we've got a Pinterest account, which is Rolf and Co Photography, so you're welcome to invite us to that and we can help you out. But yeah, Google Images works just as well. I find that with Pinterest, you can kind of just go through things a little bit easier. and it will generally keep finding stuff. So if you type shapes in photography or something like that into Pinterest, you might find it. Or on Google Images, even if it's just a case of picking something you like and finding them in that. There's always going to be photos. So if you like football and you want to type in football photos and search through and find them, that would work just as well. Or typing in landscape photos or anything like that on Google.
Architecture is good.
Architecture is really good. That's a really good one for that. Architecture shows lots of shapes. But there's no reason why you can't have it in landscapes and things as well. Again, naturally you're going to find more triangles and stuff like that. But architecture, you've already got those straight edges, which obviously you're not going to find in nature, which is going to give you lots of stuff like this. Yeah, so Rolf & Co has a Pinterest, so it's Rolf & Co Photography on Pinterest. Feel free to add us on there. At the moment, it is just lots and lots of examples of our images, so you're welcome to go through those and find some shape in them. We'll be very flattered. But at the same time, yeah, send us messages on there, share them with us, show us your board so we can get looking at it. I mean, I'm obsessed with Pinterest. I spend half my life on it, so we'll always find things on there with you. We'll always be able to talk on there as well. The other thing we want to hear about from you as well is what else you want to learn. This is looking like it's going to be longer than 3 weeks. So at the moment we have this week's and next week's planned. I won't tell you yet. But after that, we're completely open to suggestions. So we want to know what you want to hear. If there's something in particular you struggle with when you're taking photos, or any kind of ideas, or even if there's a picture you really like you want us to look at and kind of dissect what's in that, we'll work on that with you as well. But completely open to suggestion. This isn't for us, it's for you guys. So, well, it's for our sanity too, let's be honest. Hope I managed to keep that a little bit briefer for you this time. As everyone managed to keep up, and as everybody inspired enough to go away and find lots of amazing pictures for me. I feel like I should be riling everyone up because everyone's quiet. Does it help if I jump up and down? Where's Lisa today? She's quiet. It's unusual. Made a broken semicircle. I like it, George. Ideally, we'd have it in photos. So if you can find that in a photo, I'll be very impressed. Harry's more fired up. That's what we were looking for.
Get in!
Bit of enthusiasm. Yes, that is a really good example. Mundboka would be an example of creating circles in images. Although you also might mean that you want lessons on how to create it. Thinking about it. That might have to be a slightly later on one. I'm quite happy to do private lessons with things like that if anyone wants them. Because we're trying to rely on not having equipment, which that does rely on a little bit. But yeah, absolutely. If anybody's got questions, fire them over to us on Instagram. And I will try my best to do little mini video tutorials for you if that's what you would like, and keep you all interested. Zoe's already started a Pinterest board. Can tell you my sister. So George is now definitely going to go and find a broken semicircle for us. That is a challenge, George. If you can find that, I'm going to be very, very impressed. I want exactly that, those two moons, that shape in a picture. Let's find that for me. Is Xavier quiet, or did we lose him in the kicked off 3 times? Lee, are you there? Lisa can't work out how to comment on YouTube. Fair enough. We'll get her on it later. Hello, beautiful dinosaur. Lovely to see you. We should give them a bit of a shout out because they've donated a voucher as one of the prizes for the champion round at the end. So there'll be money to spend at Beautiful Dinosaur as one of the prizes. But check them out anyway. I don't know how much they're shipping at the moment because I haven't asked them, but I'm guessing they're still working very, very hard, getting some awesome clothes out for kids. So go and have a look at their page. If you're on Instagram, you can see them at the bottom there and click on them. If you're on YouTube, just search Beautiful Dinosaur on Instagram. Well, Lisa's managed to join in and add a little comment there. Right, before we finish, has anybody got any questions before we go, and is everybody happy with their homework? And I'm going to get, so how many we got? Well, we got about 12 of you. So we're going to get, what's that? 36 images to look through. Different ones probably. I'm sure you'll all pick completely different. I find it very unlikely we'll see any the same. Beautiful Dinosaur are still posting, so if you do want to order anything, get on there. Right, wonderful. So we will see you 11 AM on Friday, but please, please, please share it with everyone. Jen's telling me off because I'm not looking at the camera. It's more informal if I'm looking at it. Yeah, please share with everyone. Make sure everyone sees it, because obviously, as I said, more people watching the better, and it benefits everyone, because the more different people's ideas we've got coming in, the more kind of we're all going to learn and we're all going to pick up from it. And again, if we're getting more images sent in, we've got more to look at and more things to go through. We have created a gallery of our top three on our website. So if you go on rolfandco.com/live, or if you just go to rolfandco.com and click the Photography Club on the menu, we have a little gallery, and we'll be adding to that with our 3-ish favourites each week. Might not be able to pick. Until then, yeah, we'll post the video with all the images from the colour episode. That will go up on Facebook and Instagram in the next few minutes. So get on and have a look at that. There is an abridged version on YouTube of Friday's lesson as well, so you can watch that. I think I cut it down to about 30 minutes in the end, which wasn't too bad from an hour and a half, so we're a little bit lower. I probably won't abridge this one. I'll probably just leave it as it is, because we've managed to keep it about that length. But yeah, keep in touch. Let us know what you want to do. Send us lots of photos. We're at home. We're answering everything for you. So keep talking to us. We'll see you Friday at 11 AM. There's Jen waving. Ralph's asleep, so he's not going to wave.
Ralph's there. Hi, Mum. Bye, Mum. We're going now.
Yes, we will be putting the video on Facebook of all the images, and I'll post a link to the gallery for you. Okay, right, we will see you Friday. Thank you very much, everyone.
Bye.
Bye. I don't know how to turn it off. How do I turn it off? There we go. Finish. Bye.